Hi, students. Well, first of all, sorry for the late. I know it's very late, but I really want to talk with you about prefixes because it was a class that we couldn't have like in total complex, and I consider that it is one of the most important uh, topics in English. How to use them, what do they mean, etc. Now, as you can see here, I only have five, so I'm going to start. Well, we're going to start like talking about them, and I'm going to be like checking with you five with five. So let's start with these first five prefixes. These are the first five prefixes that you have in your book. The first one, it's out. Out, okay. What means out? Okay, when we talk about out, we need to think about better, bigger, improve, more, but be careful. Sometimes it's more than necessary. So let's suppose that yesterday I used my credit card a lot. I bought a lot of clothes. I bought a lot of things for my guitar, for the class, etc. Normally, I use my credit card only to spend approximately 1,000 pesos. But yesterday, I spent 5,000 pesos. So what did I do? Okay, I outspent my credit card yesterday. It's important to know to know this, that out can work with adjectives, can work with verbs, even with adverbs. The only thing that I want you to have like totally like clear, sorry, is that when you use out before a word, you emphasize that you do that a lot, that action or that adjective is a lot, etc. So it can be with adjectives, it can be with verbs, but it means a lot, more than necessary, students. Okay, probably even in a bad way. So that is the first out. If you out do something, it's because it's probably you do it more than necessary. If something is out, um, probably outsized. Okay, probably it's much bigger than this than it is. Normally it's more bigger. Always think about more. That is out. Now, going on to my second prefix, I have mono. It's a very simple prefix because we have the same in Spanish. Monocycle, for example, a monocycle has one wheel. It means only one. Monosyllable, probably even like monologue, that is. I mean, so it's, in fact, that is the meaning of mono, only one. Now, to, well, we read it as re. Why re? Because always it's R-E, so you need to reinstall the app. Remember that normally re is to do something one more time. Please, even if you have a phone in your house, you have some phones have an R there or RC. What is RC? Recall. Okay, recall or recall or redial. It depends. It means to call one more time. For example, I have my phone and I called mother, and she doesn't answer. So I wait 5 minutes, and in a step of pressing again all the number, I just press redial or recall, and it means that it's going to happen again. So re means again. That's it. Now, as you could see, we had other out, and probably for you that was a little difficult. What means out in this case? Okay, I love the film The Outcast with Tom Hanks. I don't know if you know this film in English, but in Spanish it's called El Náufrago. Okay, what means in this context like out? Literally what we know. Inside, dentro, outside, fuera. So outcast, sorry, la cámara está que enfoque. That's it, sorry. The film, it's called Outcast. Why Outcast? ¿Por qué se llama así como tal the film? Simple. Cast. Cast, hablamos como tal de crew, el grupo que está como tal en algo. So, Outcast, estás fuera como tal del grupo. Por eso se llama así la película, porque The Outcast está fuera del grupo, está fuera de ese grupo de personas. So, every time you find the prefix out, Important, it's important. It can be more than necessary, más de lo necesario, o fuera de algo. Okay? For example, that's why we have inside, outside, significa afuera. If we have in there, for example, we have outpatient. What is an outpatient? In your book, you have an outpatient. Okay, a patient in a hospital, just a second, the camera. A patient is in a hospital. Every time you enter the hospital and you are in the hospital, I mean, you are in your bed and doctors are checking you, you are a patient. But as soon as you leave the hospital, but probably you need to go back every week just for general check, okay, you are an outpatient. You are a patient, but you are out of that place. So you are an outpatient. That means out as a second example. It means outside, not inside, literally. Literally out in this context means not inside, means outside. Okay? Just a second, please. So that's it. Now, finally, ill. Okay, ill can be a synonym of the prefix mis. Misunderstood, misprepared, or mistake, for example. The prefix ill means that something was incorrect. For example, the soup was ill prepared. You missed the onion. So something inside the preparation was incorrect. So that is the prefix ill, always with a hyphen. That means that something was not correct. Probably you were ill treated in the hospital. The soup was ill prepared. The activity was ill understood. Can be. So it's like a synonym of miss. Okay, students? So wait there because the other 5 are coming just in a moment. Okay, students, so continue with our other 5 prefixes. Continue with my other 5 prefixes we have in here. Multi, mis, anti, up, and d. Okay, multi is very simple. It's the opposite of mono. Mono one, multi various. So the multiverse of Spider-Man is great. The multiverse of Spider-Man is great. A lot of, okay? So we have multitasking, for example, multiverse, probably even multiplicate, even multi. It is a synonym of poly, but I haven't heard that a lot. It's multi, it means a lot. Miss, this is a situation in here. Probably you can tell me, okay, teacher, you just tell me a minute ago that miss and ill are the same. Almost, yes. But what is the biggest difference? If you use miss, you refer more about that something was done. Sorry, something was done wrongly. But if you use the prefix ill, it means that something was done badly. So I just want you to think about these 2 terms. It's not the same bad, but wrong. A moment ago, I explained you ill, so you can start like getting the idea. Now let's make a difference. Bad is with ill, okay? Wrong is with miss. So if you do something, but because you wanted to do it like that in order to make probably a harm to somebody, in order like to harm somebody, you ill and then the word. But if you made a mistake, probably you did something incorrect, it's with miss. So the student lost because he misspelled a word. Probably a school only with one O, so he misspelled it. He made a mistake. But let's suppose that let's make my own example, and I really consider like this month, probably because due to the internet and due to other situations with my computer, I gave you classes. I did it, but it was bad quality classes. So I ill gave you classes. That's it. So ill means bad, no good. And wrong means incorrect. there was a mistake in there. That's miss. Now, we have anti. The vaccine will give you antibodies. Remember that anti means against. For example, in the USA, there are a lot of anti-terrorism programs, anti-terrorism, antibodies. So it means against, okay? It's important. It's not the same like a prueba de. That is proof. It is un sufijo. For example, the bulletproof vest. No. Proof es a prueba de. Anti, it's face them. O sea, literal, el sufijo proof significa que puede resistirlos, pero el anti que los ataca como tal. Anti-terrorism no únicamente es como que previene, no, sino que ataca. Okay? That's it. Now, up. Up means literally to move higher, to move up. Okay? For example, you are uptaking your prefix knowledge. Están llevando a otro nivel, take, de tomar, uptaking, tomarlo arriba, your prefix knowledge. Están tomando otro nivel su conocimiento de prefijos. Up. For example, there in the example in your book, you have upgrade. Upgrade means to become better in this context. Estaba haciendo un grado, pasas a otro grado. Upgrade. Aquí tomas de algo a otro nivel, pero siempre hacia arriba. Siempre hacia arriba. Ese es up. Y puede ser como adjetivo upgraded o puede ser como verbo uptake. O sea, su tomar hacia arriba. D. D is a synonym of like to eradicate, probably like to solve. Even you have there, for example, remove or reduce. For example, we need to decode this application. Code es un código. Tenemos que decodificar, o sea, erradicar, remover o quitar o reducir el código de esta aplicación. So normally, D, it's with to reduce, to remove. Even I thought, for example, detoxify. Toxify es toxificar. Detoxify sería de desintoxicar. Ajá. Okay. Desintoxicar, toxicar. Ajá. Yes. We have, for example, de-skilling. Skill es como dar esas habilidades. De-skill es quitar habilidades. Stabilize es estabilizar. De-stabilize, desestabilizar. O sea, quitar o reducir. Eso como tal es el D. To reduce, to eradicate. Tenemos que quitar el código de esta aplicación o reducirlo. Y es muy parecido igual al de anti. Pero este únicamente es quitar y este que hace cara a. ¿Ok, chicos? So, vamos por los otros 5.